Hello, 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 Sweet Life Squad. How are you doing today? Come in, come in. Hello, Shani. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Hajarine. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Hello, hello. Wellness with Eliza. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Vanessa, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well tonight. Are you all getting your holiday shopping done? Have you been celebrating, the holidays with your family or friends? How's everything going out there around the US? It's getting close, almost there, almost Christmas Day, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Really? It's already, what is it like? What, a few days away? It'll be next week, Christmas. It's like this year has gone by so fast. You good? Good, good, good. Yeah, no reason. Hey, no reason to complain, right? No reason. Because it could be worse. Whatever is happening. Even life, life be life, but hey, it could always be worse. So no reason to complain. Almost done. All right, good. What about the people that have not started? Have not even started shopping or anything. Oh my gosh. Vanessa says, I picked up my daughter today from college. Okay, cool. Y'all have a great time together, enjoying each other, making memories, laughing, joking, looking at Christmas movies, dancing to Christmas music. Okay, Liza, that's awesome. Hello, Cal. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Twan. How are you doing? She says hi to Sweet Life Squad. Yes. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming in, y'all. Thanks for coming in. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all having a good time. But like I said, with your family and your friends during this holiday season. You're doing good. Awesome. 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 Yes. All right. So tonight, y'all, I want to talk a little bit about hmm, who's that woman or that man in the mirror? You think about Michael Jackson's song and you think about the man in the mirror. So I thought about that today. And I'm like, we always talk about looking at ourselves in the mirror, admiring the things, that's going on as we transform into our newer beings, right? Into our healthier beings. And so when you look in that mirror, what do you think? Hmm? I know some people, they're excited about their changes, how everything is going. I remember, Twine, she says it on her channel all the time. Like she loves looking in the mirror and just looking at her body, transform into something, that she's always wanted, to reach this goal weight that she has. And, she's enjoying every step of the way, and that doesn't mean that we all are excited about every single thing that happens. Sometimes, yeah, I'm like, okay, for me, like, I'm like, okay, I know I have, bat wings, okay, which is these things under here, the flab under here. I'm not too happy about that, but I still have a smile on my face. And so everybody that looks in the mirror can't say that, right? Some people are still, struggling with that. And so I'm here to encourage you today that there's no need to, feel bad about how you're transforming. In due time, everything is going to, work out right. hmm And, we always have the option of, you know, getting things fixed if we want to, right? People know how to find ways to make the money to make sure that if I need to have surgery, I can have surgery. There's people that, don't make a whole lot of money, but they some kind of way getting money to get to have surgery, if, cosmetic surgery, or even sometimes, of course, we may have to have, surgery for medical reasons, to fix the things, that we may not like once we get to, the goal weight or the feel or the look that we're, so seeking. So yeah, but looking in that mirror, just that could be non-scale victories for us. Just watching yourself transform into something that you have been longing for a long time. So Cal says, I wasn't really on YouTube a lot today because I was busy with a lot of stuff with Christmas presents. Gotcha. Yes, because it's Christmas season. Yeah, a lot of people, because you have so much, to do to get prepared for Christmas. Yeah, I can understand that. I have not been on YouTube as much either during the Christmas holiday, trying to, spend a little bit more time with my family. People are off work. My family members, they're taking time, some vacation time and everything. So, doing a little bit of shopping, but, I haven't done a lot. But yes, so I understand that, Kyle. All right. It's a lot of other stuff with family and friends and other people this weekend. And I also got back from a cruise. I had thought about you a couple of days ago and was wondering if you had gone on your cruise. I hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great time. Hello, Cookie. How you doing? Look at you, girl. Look at you. I love that picture. Yes. Look, tis the season to be jolly. Yes, yes. A Santa baby. Looking good, Cookie. Per usual. All right. Shani says hi to Hajareen. Everybody's speaking to one another. So yeah, I just want to make sure you all are doing well. Hello, Z. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Grace. How you doing? Love your Jolly Live decor. Thank you. Thank you. You see, look, in my back, I'm like, I hope it's okay to have that in the background. It'll be okay, I guess. Everybody's saying hi to one another, showing some love. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. I heard you say crunch. I know that's right. So Cal said, can you tell I changed up my avatar a little bit? It's hard for me to see it, Cal. I can't see it that well. I just wanted something a little different, and that's fine. That's fine. Good to see everybody. You too. I'm happy you're back from your cruise, and like I said, I hope you're having a great time on it. Let yourself, relax, relate, and release. Yes, and make sure that you are not rejuvenated, so that when you get back, that you can that you're ready to enjoy your Christmas, and then jump back in hard in January. Yes. All right. Felicia says hello to Kim J and Sweet Life Squad. How are you doing, Felicia? Hope you're doing well. I totally get that. Yes. Thank you. All right. Grace says, Twan, your year recap, especially the fatigue on 15 milligrams, was so scary, but real. Thanks for sharing it so openly. I don't have to tell you how inspiring you are to all of us. Exactly. We already know how inspiring Twan is. Yes, she is. She is to so many people. Thank you. Thank you. Felicia loves the border. Just trying to get through the chat real quick. All right, Cal says I had an awesome time and I was filming a lot of content. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let me see. So you had a wonderful time. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Cal. I'm not sure when I'm going to be posting that stuff. I say probably in a couple of months or whenever. Whenever you can, honey. Whenever you can. Take your time, honey. Make sure it's like you want it and then post. Okay, so Cookie says, I love the candy cane border too. Thank you, thank you. All right. Yes, thank you, Liza. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Greatly appreciate it. It's free to hit that button. Welcome. You're welcome, and I appreciate you, Grace. Yes. Hello, Mariella. How you doing? I'm glad I made it to one of your lives. Thank you, thank you. I think isn't this like is this your second one? I think I want to say, but either way, thank you so much for coming in to join us tonight. Cookie said I haven't seen that recap yet, Twan. We'll check it out tonight. Thank you, Cookie. Thanks for the reminder. Yes. All right, Cal says thank you so much, and I have been having some issues with my editing software. It keeps it it keeps glitching on me sometimes. Yep, I understand. I understand. Look, honey, when I say editing, I'm talking about my phone be acting up. I have Google, so I have like a Samsung. And so everything, we only have 15 gigs for everything to store so much stuff, right? The photos, the videos, emails, and also what is it like docs, like Word docs and things like that. All that stuff has to be. You got this 15K gigs, and that's not enough. So I have to purchase more. And then with me, I have an older phone, so I only have like 64 gigs in my phone. So I got to upgrade sometime, maybe I'm trying to hold off until March so that I can have some more storage. I mean, so I can get a phone that has a lot more storage, because of course you can't add more storage to the phone itself, the phone storage. But yeah, so I've been having a lot of issues trying to get things out, edit things and all that. So I get you with that, Cal. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, yes, that's what I thought. Hello, beautiful. I'm Color. How you doing, Evelyn? Hope you're doing well. I was trying to make your live today, and I missed it. I was exercising, using a video, doing some cardio, and it went right on past. I jumped, had to run in the kitchen, go ahead and make sure I grab me some food, or whatever, to make sure my sugars don't go down. And honey, I look now, I'm like, oh my goodness, it was like, I think it was after 3 something. So I have to look back at that. Twan says, did you see that YouTube offers an editing software for us now? No, I have not. I have not seen that. Thank you for sharing that. No, I did not know that. That may be interesting. Felicia Marie B says, Mariellis, am I saying it right? I hope so. I'm so happy you made it. Yes. Hello, Jane. How are you doing? Cal says exactly. I dump everything to my external hard drive. Okay. So I have a USB and I do use that. But like when I'm ready to, so if I start, I'll put some things in the USB, and I have a C, what you call it? Type C port. So I have a USB for the Type C. So I do upload things to that. But still, if I'm adding more to the phone, then of course at some point it's going to bottleneck. So that's the only thing. So I got to figure that out to put, so that I won't, so I can, get more of my stuff out on video. Yep. So I'm working on that now. And I also got a camera for my birthday. So I'm happy about that. I got to figure that out as well. So y'all bear with me still. All right. So I'm looking forward to 2026 being much, much, smoother for me. I'm going to put that into existence right now. Speak it. All right. Yes, Twine, I saw it, but have not fully used it yet. Okay, that's what Evelyn saw, has seen that, Twine. So awesome. All right. Me too, Felicia. I just got out of Katie's live, showing some love and support to my people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of you supporters, thank you so much for showing love to us, content creators. Greatly appreciate it. It takes a lot for us to do this at times. Like Kyle was saying, sometimes, things just don't work quite like we want them to. But, you show up and you show us your love and we appreciate it. We're trying to show it for you. You're showing up for us. And that's what community is all about, right? Yes. And then also we have to give ourselves grace, content creators as well as supporters on our journeys, no matter what our journeys are. So yeah. Kim J. Evelyn says, now I don't be tripping at all. LOL. I know. I was just saying it. Hello, Miss McDuffie. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a joy. I did. Stopping by to say hello, ladies. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. And make sure you all hit that like button if you have not. I greatly appreciate it. Just going through the chat real quick. So Cal says, I'm sure that happens with everybody. I'm sure that happens with a lot of us out there when we go through. Yes, it's just like that. Yeah. One time or another, until you figure out how you can actually navigate through a little bit more smoothly. Now I can't see your picture, Cal, but I do see that you named your channel a little different, or it's coming through different. All right. So Cal says, yes, I hope 2026 turns out to be a good year. It will. Speak it into existence, Cal. I'm praying to God. Yes. Continue to pray to him. He will answer prayers. Hope it does. 2020, 50, let me see. Yeah, 2025 flew so fast. Yes, it flew by so fast. That's what I was saying a little earlier. It's wow how we're already at Christmas and about to be at the end of the year in what, 2 weeks? That's crazy. Time waits on nobody, honey. Nobody. All right. So everybody has said, hey, how you doing? So yeah, so I want to get right into, just you all looking, and well, all of us just thinking about who's the person in the mirror. Do you even look in the mirror at yourself? I know we've talked about that at the beginning of this year. And so now we're at the end of the year and hopefully you are, I know, I remember Tracy of Twan's life, she actually had a self-love series in the beginning of this year. And she talked about us looking at ourselves in the mirror and admiring ourselves and our transformation as we continue to lose weight or become healthier. So I just thought about it today, and I was like, you know what, are we looking in that mirror for real? And what do we see when we look in the mirror? What are you seeing, woman or man? Whether you're on a health journey or you weight loss journey, whatever you're on, what are you seeing in the mirror? Are you happy with what you see? Think about it. Let me know in the chat if you're looking in that mirror, that full length mirror, or even a half length mirror, to make sure that you're actually enjoying what you're seeing as you transform into someone more healthy, right? And losing weight is part of health. So Hope you are. Now, I thought about also diet culture. And I talked about that a little bit, in the middle of the year. And we were programmed, you know, in this diet culture world. And we thought, and it was almost beating our head, that we need to look a certain way, smaller is better, you know, doing it fast, like losing weight, for instance, fast, very, very quick is what we should do, and things of that nature. That's just to name a couple things. And so the diet culture, we need to debunk those things. And I did do a live on debunking the diet culture, what have you, those myths that's out there. And we want to become free of that. And so one of the things I think, when it comes to looking in that mirror, you know, you learn to love yourself for wherever you are in your journey, and which actually goes against diet culture a lot of times. So even though you may be, say, 250 pounds, okay, or you're 200 pounds and you may want to be 150 pounds, as your goal weight, you still can look in that mirror and you can find something about yourself that makes you feel good about yourself. you know so say if you started at 280 and now you're 250, yes, you're not at 150, and that's fine. You're going to get there at some point, right? It's a journey that we're on, and it's going to take some time to get there. you know like I said, diet culture wants us to go so fast, to get down in 3 months, in 2 months, in 5 days, in 1 week. you know and so that's why we pay so close attention to that scale. But again, we have to have those non-scale victories, so that we can appreciate ourselves and our journey, even when the scale is not scaling, right? Even when the scale is not going where you want it to go. It's not, it may go up a little bit, or it may be staying the same. You may be in a plateau or a stall, and things of that nature. You have to find things outside of that scale that's going to help you, continue to move forward. Now, the scale is a great motivation for us, right? We see those numbers go down. If we're trying to lose some weight, to become better in our health, whatever. But there's going to be a day that we're going to get to the point where we may, get that stall, have that plateau, and things of that nature. And if we do, then we have to have something that's going to sustain us so that we continue to move forward to better health. Because remember, the scale is only one, factor of all the things that we have to look at when it comes to better health. So looking in that mirror, looking at how you look, looking at how your body is going down, the weight is coming off, the inches, you look smaller in the mirror. Maybe you look at that waist and you're like, oh, that waist is wasting. That waist looks good. I can see in the mirror, that my waist is going a little more inward than what it was before, right? Of course, pictures also help. Looking at the pictures, where you started at and where you're at now, that helps. So things like that definitely helps. But I just want to let you all know the mirror actually helps too. That's something that can help you indicate that you are doing well, even if the scale is not moving. Okay. Even if it went up a little bit, even if you're strength training, because, sometimes strength training build a lot of muscle. And so therefore that, the scale may do something a little different than what you would like for it to do. It may go up. And so with that being said, you have to remember, okay, I'm lifting weights now, and I'm lifting heavier, I'm leveling up and things of that nature. So with that being said, you have to remember that. But when you start looking in the mirror and you see you're looking at your biceps and you see a little bit more definition in your arm, in that bicep, you see that, that loose skin that you have, that what we call bat wings, that skin is getting a little tighter. It looks like it's going up a little bit more than what it was when it was hanging a little bit, more earlier. That mirror can tell you that. So even myself, I looked in the mirror, I'm like, okay, look at your waist. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then I looked at that, biceps, and I started seeing a little bit of definition. I'm like, I see you, Kim J. I see you, girl. Clock it. So that kind of stuff is what you want to look for. not thinking about the negative things, which I talked about too before, making sure your mind is set on positive things. Okay. Making sure you're thinking of positive things, and negative things will come. Normally they do come, even with the most positive person, something tries to come to try to derail you from where you're at in your journey, right? To try to, get rid of that smile in your face or the smile in your heart, right? But guess what? We can control that. We can control what we feel, how we feel, and things of that nature. And the way we do that, looking in that mirror, finding things that's going to make us feel good about ourselves, making sure that, we are doing all the things that we need to do. That right there, you're going to see the results in that mirror as well. Even if it's the tiniest result, you know, shine bright with that result. Enjoy it, make us bring that smile upon that face with those non-scale victories. And that's how you can do that. Let me see what's going on in this chat, honey. Read this chat right quick. Been thinking about y'all. Oh, yes, Miss Mary. Again, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well in this season. Kyle says, yeah, I wanted to switch it up a little bit because I was getting a little tired of the same thing, because every once in a while, I do want to try to change things up a bit. Yes. And you should, as we should. And even when it comes to better health, that's what we're having to do right now. We're having to change things up so that we can make sure that we do meet our goals. Yes. And be better prepared for them. Tweaking things. We hear all the time, we need to tweak things to make sure. So yes, Kyle, you may not be on a better health journey, or whatever, or trying to lose any weight or whatever, but even on your channel, you're right. You can change things up, find ways to change things up so that you can do even better, going forward, right? And into next year. Cal says, because sometimes I get tired at the same old things, and that sometimes good is good for him. So yeah, change it up a little bit. I'm with you on that. So Mariella says, I thank God, I finally got a healthy relationship with both the scale and the mirror. I know that's right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Yes, yes. I love it. Vanessa says, when I look in the mirror, I see progress. I know that's right. And you know what? As you say that, I think, Vanessa, I think about, you're seeing, you again, like you said, you see progress. And that's awesome, which is what I'm talking about tonight, right? It's about progress, not perfection. So it's worth saying that again and over and go over until we get in our heads. A lot of times we'll say things because we hear people talk about it, we want to believe it, but a lot of times, it has not sunk all the way in yet. So it's worth repeating over and over again until we get, the thing into our spirit, in our head as well as into our spirit, and we're going to talk about it until we be about it, right? Yes. So I love that for you, Vanessa. Hello, Mia. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Cookie says, I look in the mirror now. I see someone who is happy and who has come a long way from 2 years ago. And that is so awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes. Y'all cheer Vanessa as well as Cookie on. Excuse me. Also, Mariella's. All right. What else Cookie says? Yes, I work hard, very hard, and I love what I see now. It was worth all the hard work. And I talked about that a little bit one time before too. It doesn't even matter sometimes. Once you get to a particular space, it don't even matter what you've gone through. I mentioned about, as an analogy, having a baby. You're pregnant, and then you have that baby, you go through labor. And of course, labor pains can be, it feels like it's out of this world, right? It can be very hard, very tedious, and things of that nature, hurt a lot, right? But once that baby gets into you hear that, first of all, you just hear the scream. Once the doctor takes it from out of your body, you hear that first scream, or whatever, that cry. They put the baby in your arms. you forget about all of the pain, right? Because so much joy comes inside. So much joy, is the pain. The pain is filled with joy. Your heart is filled with joy instead of pain. Let me say it that way. So, and that's an instant thing, right? So it's the same thing with our health journeys. Once we get there, even though it may have taken you it could take you 3 years, 3 months, 5 years, 20, whatever it takes. Okay. Once you get there, all you can, you're just gonna smile from ear to ear. You're gonna be so excited. You're gonna move differently. You're gonna talk different. You're gonna look different. You're gonna feel different. Yes. So I feel you on that, Cookie. I feel you on that. It is worth all the work, all the things that we're doing to make sure that we are winning, y'all. Yes, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. And how we do that, we want to level up. We want to level up every now and again. You don't want to stay stagnant, and be okay. Oh, I'm okay with where I'm at now. And that's it. Yes, while you're on your journey and even beyond, you want to do whatever you need to do. So you may start off small, slow and steady, right? But you still want to do everything that you can do to make sure that you are continuously winning. You continuously leveling up, right? So say for instance, if I started off, lifting weights, and I started off with a 1 pounder or 2 pounder weight. Okay. 6 months from now, I should not be on a 1 pound or 2 pound weight, right? I want to be, leveling up a little bit every so often. Now, it may be different for you because you of course have to make sure that you're not doing too much, too soon. And so you got to figure out, your doctor, your personal trainer, your gym, there's people in the gym that can help you, even if you don't have a personal trainer, whatever, if you go to the gym. But, you will know, your body's going to tell you, oh, wait a minute, do this too much, this is too little. This is just right. Okay. And so you want to make sure you're, leveling up a little bit more. You don't want it to be too easy to be able to pick up weights. Okay. That may not help you. It's not going to be sustainable for you, to continue to, build muscle. So with that being said, you got to, beef it up a little bit every so often. And so it's the same thing with nutrition. You may have been a person that always ate out, junk food, fast foods, ultra processed foods, even if you cook at home. And, as you're on your journey, you start learning a little bit more. You start desiring a little bit more. You're like, maybe I should level up by, not eating out, say 7 days a week. I'm going to eat out instead, maybe just the weekends, and I'll cook at home for 5 days. That's leveling up, y'all. And that's going to help you in the long run. And then after so long, you'll say, you know what? Now that I'm used to doing 5 days at home of eating in, then you know what? I may be able to do like maybe say eat 6 days at home, and then one day I go out to eat, or whatever. And that could be my day out, with my friends and my loved ones or whoever. Yes, you may want to get to that. Or you may, like I said, if you were eating processed foods, you may decide, ultra processed foods, you may decide, you know what, I'm not going to eat as many ultra processed foods. I'm going to start, adding salads to my regimen. And then maybe I'll start adding some, a little bit of cooked veggies, maybe I'll get some steamables and start, putting that with my dinner. But as long as you're, moving forward, leveling up, then you're going to do wonders. You're going to, look back and you're going to wonder how you got to this point. You're going to think back and be like, oh my goodness. Like Cookie said, 2 years ago, I remember being this. And now you have a testimony to the answered prayer that you have been praying for a while. Now you can really encourage people even the more, because not only was you talking about it, now you are actually living it every day. Hello, Purple Bellflower. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Darium. How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Thank you coming from those bushes. You're driving. I got you. I have a challenge to add to my mirror time. Spend about 1 to 3 minutes looking in the eyes of that person in the mirror. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And seeing who you are. And I think about that, Dario, and that kind of, I guess goes to your mental too, right? Because you want to be fit, you want to be physically fit, mentally fit, as well as spiritual fit, all of those things, and financially fit. Okay, we want to be all of those things, right? So yes, looking in the mirror at yourself and just wondering, am I? Who am I? I'm in this mirror looking at myself, not just my appearance, but just trying to look, through your own lens at who you are. Sometimes, people look at you, and they see way more, in you than you can even see in yourself, right? So, with that being said, we want to, take note of our own things, what we're doing ourselves, mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually, right? So, yes, I agree with you, Darian. That would be something awesome to do. Look at least 1 to 3 minutes in that mirror, checking you out mentally, physically, financially, all of it. Okay. Spiritually, definitely. Thank you for that, Darian. So I'm going to take a little commercial break, y'all. Let me take a little commercial break. Okay. Just want to let you all know that, since it is Christmas season, it's holiday season, Christmas time, I should say. Um, it's some things that's going to be coming to you from my channel, as well as I have collaborated with two lovely women, two lovely ladies, yes, Traces of Twan's Life, Twan, yes, yes, as well as she is Tamika. Yes, you know her, gorgeous, yes, yes. So all three of us, we're going to actually have something special coming to you. It's going to be 3 days of Christmas. We're going to be celebrating Christmas together. And we want you all to come in and enjoy time with us. Christmas time, that is. Yes, the holiday season. Okay. It's going to be December 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Okay. All right. All right. So on the 22nd, we're going to be doing a Christmas tree contest. Okay. And so we're going to put some information in the our community post for you. And we're hoping that everybody would join in and actually post a post of your Christmas tree. Okay. And that's for the 22nd. We're going to give you some details in our community post. Each one of us are putting it in our own posts, our own community tabs, so that you can actually see it. And because of course, we we don't have the same subscribers, right? Of course, of course, of course. So with that being said, even though a lot of you are the same, so with that being said, we're going to put it on each of our channels. We have a little picture to show you all, whatever, just to kind of get you in the spirit. But we're hoping that, on the 20th, before the 22nd, that you will, send a post of your Christmas tree. You buy the Christmas tree. Okay. And if you don't put yourself there, at least post the pretty Christmas tree. Okay. We're going to have a contest. That's the first night. The second night is going to be, which is the December 23rd. That's going to be our ugly sweater or attire day. Okay. We're going to have a contest for that day, or that night rather. And we want to, you go ahead and post you in your ugly sweater, or you may, decide instead of an ugly sweater, I'm going to do a dress, or I'm going to do a t-shirt, whichever you decide to do. That's what we said, attire. Do that and we'll greatly appreciate it. And then of course, again, we're going to judge, and, in the chat on that day, the 23rd, and then we'll see who's won. We're going to give prizes to the winner. Okay. Now, both the 22nd and the 23rd, that's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And again, the first night is going to be on Tamika's channel at She Is Tamika. The second night is going to be, let me go back. The first night, which is the Christmas tree contest night, that's going to be on She Is Tamika's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, December 22nd. December 23rd, okay, it's going to be on my channel at Kim J's Sweet Healthy Life and we're gonna be doing a contest of who has the ugliest or the best ugliest Christmas gear. Okay, so Christmas sweater, Christmas shirt, Christmas dress, whatever. Okay, Christmas pants, whatever. Okay, so that's just attire. And then both of those days is going to be 7 p.m. And then the third day, which will be the final day, because it's the 3 days of Christmas, y'all. That live is going to be on Traces of Twan's Life. Yes, Twan, at Traces of Twan's Life. And we're going to have pajamas on. So we want you to also post in the community chat, one of our chats, your PJs. Okay. So that's going to be, we're calling that night, which is the final night, towards the night before Christmas, right? And we're going to have a pajama jam, okay, that night. And so we're going to do another contest to see who has the best PJs for Christmas, all right? So I hope you all will come and join us in this effort of spreading Christmas cheer, holiday cheer. I know a lot of people are, maybe missing loved ones that may have passed on, or they may be out of town and you may be alone this Christmas, or you're missing somebody that can't make it to your hometown or you to theirs, and we don't want you to spend time alone, right? We want you to come in and enjoy the time with us. All right, so yes, make sure you come and join us. I greatly appreciate it. And again, it's prizes, and we will share a little bit more as time progresses. All right, so let me get back to where I was, honey. All right, so Mia says, it's hard when I'm not seeing progress. So today I just did several physical activities to feel more accomplished. That helps me be motivated. And that's awesome, Mia. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Making sure you stay motivated. And guess what? There are times when motivation just not going to get it. It's just not going to do it for you, right? And if this day was that time for motivation to kick in, I'm so happy that it kicked in for you. But for some reason, if the motivation still doesn't help you, you don't have nothing to be motivated for. The habits that you have put in place, those habits are going to create disciplines, right? And when motivation is down, discipline is up, you can't help but win. You're going to do it regardless. You're going to move regardless. You're going to eat what you're supposed to eat regardless, because you have created the habits that you're supposed to do. And I know you're over there winning, Mia. You let us know in your comments, all the time. And so you continue to go, sweetheart. Yes, yes, yes. I love that for you. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so Mary says, this GLP-1 community is more than weight loss. Yes, it's a game changer. Exactly. So this community is about, I hear more and more people, going from the weight loss part of it to, because like I said, that's just one component of becoming better in our health, right? So it's a better health journey that we're on, and I hear more and more people, claim that I am on a better health journey. I'm on a journey to make sure that my health is at its maximum. Okay? So yes, 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 Mary. So true. Hello, she is Tamika, and Tamika is she. How are you doing? Cookie says, Mia, all because you don't see progress doesn't mean you aren't making progress. And that's so true, Cookie. Cookie, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Did you hear my sister, honey? Yes, yes, yes. That's wisdom there, honey. Mia, just because you don't see progress doesn't mean that you aren't making it. Yes, 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 yes. Y'all write that down. Write that down so y'all can remember it. Make sure it's in your head. Make sure you're speaking it out loud. And at some point, it's going to get into your heart and your spirit. Yes. All right. Mary says, I have a non-scale victory I would love to share. Well, go ahead and share it, Miss Mary. Yes, yes. Love non-scale victories. So everybody is saying hi to one another still. Thanks for coming in, y'all. Thanks, thanks, thanks. So Mary says, this is her non-scale victory, y'all. I had a really bad fall at my daughter's house. My grandkids saw the whole thing. I laid there, then I got up. No pain until the next day. By the third day, I was hurting all over. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. So I hope you're feeling better now. Hope you're feeling better now, Miss Mary. And did I miss some more stuff? Let me see. I'm trying to look down the chat to see if you said anything else. Okay, there she go. All right. So the next day, she got out of bed with no pain. I know that's right. I recovered quickly. I believe it was because I've been really eating healthy for over a year with weightlifting. I'm 69. I thank God for directing me to Zepbound. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Look, I'm going to have to go back up in the chat, y'all. I had to find that, honey. Yes. Thank you, Jesus, for that. I'm happy for you, Mary. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. So happy for you. Awesome, awesome. All right, let me go back. Okay. Hello, Candy K all day. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in, honey. All right, so Purple Bellflower says, Cookie, I love that, Dimples, and you should be very proud. Yes. Happy holidays, Kim J. and chat, Miss Candy K says. Thank you, and happy holidays to you. All right, Mia says, thanks, Cookie. I definitely struggle with my body image lag till I fight with my 30, or still, I think she's trying to say still, I fight with my 30, 32 size winter coat and realize I look ridiculous in that huge coat, but it's a badge of honor to fit two of me in it. I know that's right. Look, that latter part, I love it. That first part, let that coat go, girl. You know what? Keep the coat, but go buy you another coat too that fits you better, that serves you better now. Okay. But you can keep that coat as, just to let you know. That's the one thing you can say, you know what? Let me keep this. That's enough. Because you know what? It can help you, when you're feeling down, you can put that coat on and be like, oh yeah. Yes, yes. I did that thing, honey. Yes. I'm doing a wonderful job at what I'm doing. And I need to keep moving. That's motivation in itself, having that coat to help you. But yes, go ahead and get you another coat, boo boo. Go get you another coat. It's okay. You have your own permission to get you another coat that's going to fit you better now. Cookie says, Mia, that's what I'm talking about, honey. That coat is huge on you. You did that. Yes, 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 yes. Let's give a round of applause again, honey. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, Mia. All right, so Mia says, I started with 4 pounds and just bought a 10-pound set of dumbbells and can do them a little. All right, so you went from 4 pounds to 10 pounds. That's awesome, Mia. That's awesome, awesome. So when I started using my 10 pounders, I started doing, it was hard to lift over my head, okay, for a lengthy period of time. I could do it just a little bit. So what I started doing is I would do it, all the lower weights, exercises, I would use those for those. That's how I started off. And then just a little bit here and there, trying to, get up to where I can, lift a little bit higher. So, they talk about progressive overload. So what you can do, you can do more reps if you're doing, lower body, and that will help you with that. But, you can kind of use progressive overload when it comes to, if you're trying to lift over your head, if you can, of course. Now, of course, if you can't lift over your head, you know your body more than anybody. But I'm just saying, like for me, that's what I did. I started doing that, the bottom, anything that was lower into my body, the lower body workout with those 10 pounders. And then I'll just do a few, upper body movements with the 10 pounders. And I just kept doing it until I got to the point where I could lift it up more. Right. And so that's what I'm talking about, leveling up, right? Little bit by little bit. Your body's going to tell you if it's too much for you. If it is too much, you don't want to strain your muscles. You don't want to hurt your muscles and hurt yourself, right? You don't want to, pull your back out or, mess up a nerve or anything. So be careful with it. But, if you think that the 10 pounder, you can do a few exercises, then, you can call it progressive overload, and learn a little bit more about that so that you can, do that successfully. And in no time, you're going to get to the point where you'll be able to do those 10 pounds with no problem. You'll be ready to go to a 12 pounder or a 15 pounder. So you go, girl. Love that for you. All right. Mary says the next day I got out. Oh, I read that. All right. So happy for you again, Mary. Happy for you. I'm happy you came in tonight to share that with us. Happy, happy, happy. I'm sad that you did, fall, but I'm so happy that, you didn't hurt yourself, and yes, you may have a little soreness or what have you, but you're up and at them now and you're doing well. Awesome, awesome, Mary. So Cookie says, Mary Cobb, that is wonderful and a great NSV, non-scale victory. All right, awesome, awesome again. Mia says, it's freezing here, so I just haven't bought a new coat because I want to wait till I learn what I like. Right, okay, I got you. Before it was just what fit or a hoodie to stay warm. I got you. You got time. You have time. Of course, this journey, like I said, it's a lifelong journey for us, or it should be, and at some point it'll get to that point where it's a lifelong journey. We realize that we're not doing this diet culture thing. Hurry up and get on this diet, hurry up and get off the diet. And then boom, we back to our same old habits that we were doing before that never, suit us well. Right. And then next thing you know, we're either, becoming unhealthy again or gaining, more weight, that weight that you lost, as well as, some more weight. We always put on more, right? So with that being said, yes, we have time. So if you need to wait a little bit, a little bit to get another coat, that's fine. But, just think about it in the back of your mind and just, ponder why you holding on to the coat, and just wearing it. Why haven't you bought a new coat? Just think about those things. Like Darian said, you can get in that mirror, look at yourself and ponder, why am I doing the things I do? Why am I not, like I said, deciding, what, I can allow myself to go and buy a couple things and see how they fit me. If you get into them, you may love it and never look back, on those bigger items. I still have bigger items in my closet too, that I can't fit that well, whatever that are going to look for me. It looks sloppy on me. So, I had to learn, what, you need to buy you something that's more fitting, because now when it's time to go out, I don't want to go out, looking, like I'm not together. Right. So I had to learn, okay, hey, buy us something. And my husband was helping me out too in my ear, like, girl, you need to get you some new clothes because you done lost this weight, honey, and it's time to get something smaller, that fit you now. So yeah, so I understand where you're coming from, but I still have some of that stuff in the closet still today. So Kendi says, I'm listening, relaxing from a lovely day or loving day, and enjoy the discussion. Thank you so much, Kendi. Thank you for coming in again. All right, Cookie says, Mia, I love me a good hoodie. Yes, I don't have a lot of hoodies, but I do like feeling warm. I like my blankies. I like my blankies. So I feel you. All right. So Purple Bellflower says, hi, Tamika girl. She is Tamika. All right. Good evening, Jazzy. How are you doing, honey? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in and letting people know. Hit that like button, honey. Hit the like button and subscribe, beautiful people, to this beautiful channel. All right. Mia says, Mia says, I just got word, sort of setback. I was told my job was going to let me come back earlier after surgery, but nope, someone shut that down. Okay. Yeah. If you don't rush yourself back to work, honey, the doctor is going to tell you when you can come back to work, right? And they have to go by those orders. So when you get, you won't know until you actually start, have the surgery, start healing, have your recovery process and things like that on whether you can go back to work or not, right? So, always make sure you talk to your HR team and make sure you let your doctors know, and they're going to have to tell you, and depending on the job, they have to go by what they say, especially if it's corporate America. So everybody saying hi to Jazzy. Thanks for, saying hi to her. Mia says, definitely a big setback because of finances. I was just going to let go and let God sort it out. When I say let go and let God, he will always come through, honey. He will always come through. Even when it seems tight, even when you're at the last dime, honey, some way, somehow, he makes a way out of no way, honey. Okay? God will sort it out for you. Yay, Christmas with Sweet Life Squad, Tam Nation, and Sun Rays. Thank you, Mia. Hoping you will be able to be there. All right, Cal says, still here. I'm just monitoring the chat, and I'm also doing some other things. Okay, multitasker. Thank you. Twan says, you can post your pictures today. Yes, you can start today. All right. Hey, everybody in the chat. Cal is saying, if he has not already said hey to you, he's saying hey again. Cookie says, Mia, it's going to work out. It always does. Yes. Thank you, Cookie, for letting and reminding me of that. And that's, you know what? That's to all of us. We may not be saying things that we're dealing with in the chat, right? But realize that God will make a way out of no way, honey. Okay. So you pray to him, you believe and trust in him, and he will make your crooked ways straight. Okay. All right. So I had to get a little electrolyte water. All right. So Twan says they need to be in the picture. So make sure y'all, try to see if you can post a picture, in one of our community posts. You don't have to put in everybody's post, because we're gonna gather all of them together and see where we're at when it comes to the contest. Okay. So again, December 22nd, December 23rd, December 24th, 3 days of Christmas with me, Kim J. Sweet Healthy Life, Traces of Twan's Life. She is Tamika. Be there or be square. And make sure you post your pictures of your ugly sweater or any attire that you want to post, with you in it. What is it? Your Christmas tree you can be in the Christmas tree pose, which we hope you do, or you can just post your tree. We're going to have a contest on that, as well as pajama night. Post yourself in your pajamas if you don't mind, and we're going to have a contest as well there. So each night is going to be a contest, and you have to be present in order to get a present. Okay. Or because when we actually pull names, if you're not there, then we're going to go to the next name. Okay. Yes. All right. So Mia says, sometimes I try to run my life and I have to realize my God has got me. Yes. We all try to do that, honey. Give God the steering wheel, and let him do what he need to do. We always try to grab for that steering wheel, right? But honey, listen, he knows best, right? He knows all, and he knows best. So as we continue to even level up with him, get deeper in his word, learn more about him, increase our prayer life, level up, spiritually, then hey, we'll realize that it's best to let him drive. We're passengers. Yes. Yes. December 22nd at night. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. December 22nd, December 23rd, and December 24th. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you all. December 24th is going to be not at 7 p.m. It's going to be at 10:30 p.m. Again, check the posts out on either one of our channels, and you can post your pictures on either one of our channels. Yep, 7 p.m. Monday and Tuesday nights, December 22nd and 23rd. 10:30 p.m. Is it 10? It's 10:30, right? On Wednesday night, the night before Christmas Eve. All right. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. All right. So Evelyn says, "Ooh, this sounds like so much fun." I think it will be. I know it will be, actually. Kenny says, "Welcome, Cal. Happy holidays to you and yours." He just came from a cruise, Kendi. Kitty K said he had a great time. All right, and he got a lot of video footage that he's going to share with us at some point. May not be, right away, but because he got some technical difficulties, but he's going to share them at some point. So look forward to it at some point, and you will hit. Hey, if you hit that notification bell, you will get that notification that he is posting. All right. So Mia says, "I know you are right, Cookie." Yes. All right. Cal says, "Hey to Candy K. Awesome live stream. Thank you for having me on." You're good. You're good. Jammy Jam Jam. Yes, Mia. Pajama Jam Jam. Yes, Pajama Jam. Yes, y'all. Y'all feel it? All right. Cal says, I thought you were going to say Christmas sweater or something. Yes. Yes, we're going to do that Christmas sweater on December 23rd. So you can do a sweater, for you can do a dress, you may want to do a pantsuit or whatever. Yes, you may want to do, and even flight but which that's the 23rd. Okay, December 23rd. That's when you want to do that. We're gonna do a contest on that. I'm sorry, but you want to, put your pictures in earlier so that we can, make sure that we got the pictures and be able to tally up everything. Prizes, love it. Yes, Candy K. All right, Mia says, I'm so excited because I will be home recovering, but I need to get some Christmas jammies. Yes. Cookie saying the word. Yes, she's saying the word, honey. All right. Swan says, Mia is down over 163 feet. 100. Let me slow it down, honey. 163 pounds. Yes, yes, yes. Over process. Yes, yes, yes. You are doing so well. So well, so well, so well. We are so happy for you. Progress. I got you. What great progress. Hello, L. Lewis. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in, honey. Hi, Kimmy. Sneaking in quickly to let all of you know that I see you. I see the changes, the growth, and the confidence the GLP-1 family is stepping into by truly owning their journey toward becoming. I'm seeing if she got something else because we can stop at becoming, honey. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So Linda McDuffie says, that's awesome, Mia. Kenny K says, congratulations to Mia. Woo, woo. Congratulations, Mia. Yes. Evelyn says. Mia says, thank you all. Okay. I can start like that, Kim J. Yes. Start slow and steady. Make sure you got the form right first before you start trying to increase and, going up in reps too many times, So you may have a set or two. You may have to start with one set, just a few reps, and that's okay. And then you just level up little by little. You'll start feeling it. Your body starts saying, okay, I'm okay with, a little bit more. I'm okay with a little bit more. And then after a while, you'll start seeing yourself, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can do 10 reps. Or I can do 3 sets, 10 reps each. Yep. And when you're going up over your head, you may have to just do 4 reps. That's fine. People do that. And like I said, at that point, you can do progressive overload. So once you start feeling it and you're like, okay, let me see if I can do one more. And if that one more is real hard to do, that's not progressive overload. Okay. Now you're tapping into something. Now you're really leveling up. Yes. Twan says, why you skip my... Oh, my goodness. Let me see. What did I skip, honey? I don't know which one I skipped. The progress. I said progress. Oh, Lord. Can you put it back in the chat, Twan? I didn't see it. I talked about the picture. Talked about, hey, the Jazzy. I might be missing it, honey. Mia's down to 163. I don't know if I missed it. I'm sorry. If I did, can you put it back in the chat? Cookie says, that's great, Mia. That's progress right there. I know that's right. And what we say, progress over perfection, y'all. All right, Mia says, I'm learning these lifting techniques from GLP-1 community. I'm so glad Mary is okay. Yes. She's okay. Thank you, Lord, for that. All right. So Twan says, hi to L. Lewis. Beautiful Color says, and Mary, also congratulations to you. Yes, we have some good non-scale videos in this chat today, y'all. I'm happy for it. All right, just getting out of the shower, so now I can really comment. Hello to all. Hello. Once again, Twan. All right, Mia says, Twan, let's move Monday and learning about her Peloton bike has one was one of my favorite videos. Okay, yes. All right. Talk to you later, L. Lewis. All right, Trace of Twan's Life says, Mia, your body is going to slow down. At some point, especially since you've lost over 160 pounds. Give yourself grace because you are killing it, honey. Yes, you are doing so well, Mia. And yes, grace is so important. We say it, but are we really doing it? We saying grace, give ourselves grace, give others grace, but are we really doing that? Think about it for a moment. And what does grace really mean? Google it. And make sure that you are doing that. Google grace when it comes to weight loss. What does that mean? The meaning of grace when it comes to weight loss. Progress over perfection. Google that too. And see if you are doing what you're supposed to do when it comes to grace. Are you being about what you're talking about? And if you're not, what you waiting on? You can start today. All right, so Mia says, I have to get a less bulky coat so I can use my knee scooter easily. I'm down to men's XL tall t-shirt, so I figure a 1X coat would be much better. That sounds good. Yep. And you're gonna do that before your surgery, Mia. You're gonna go to the store. Just even if you don't buy anything, if you can go to the store and do something, just you can go to maybe Ross or somewhere like that. Nothing where you got to spend a whole lot of money. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Kohl's, places like that. Maybe you can find something. Burlington Coat Factory, so you won't have to spend too much money. Because, honey, the way you going, you might need a large in a minute. Honey, you hear me? You might need a large definitely before next year. Yes. You might need a medium by then, honey, because you're doing so well. All right. So Shani says, correct. I wore clothes that fit Sunday, and finally people noticed that the weight loss. LOL. I was wearing clothes too big. Yes. I was talking to somebody about that last night. Sometimes wearing, and that must be a thing now to, wear bigger clothes. But I'm like, when I was a bigger body, I had to wear these clothes, bigger clothes. Now that I'm a smaller body, smaller size, I don't want to wear no big old clothes no more. No. I want these people to see the fruits of my labor. You feel me? And I want to see the fruits of my labor. That's another thing. When we think about wearing all these big old clothes, sometimes that's why we can't see what we've done. That's why we can't see the fruit of our labor, and that's why sometimes we may have a little, body dysmorphia, because we can't even see it because we haven't, tried on clothes that actually fit us, like I said, that best serves us. So yeah, I get you on that, Shiny honey. I understand. All right, Miss Nikki, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Mia says, oh, Twan, thanks. I just want to grow up and be like you guys. Girl, you already like us, honey. You already like us. Killing that exercise strength training game. You're going to be it. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. Progress over perfection. Just keep moving forward, honey. Just keep moving forward. All right. And like I said, building those habits so that you will not, so that even though you may need some motivation, if you don't have it, again, guess what? You've created the habits and the discipline that you need to push forward, even when you don't feel like it. It's like, how we think about, I don't even feel like, say washing my clothes. I don't feel like that, but you need clothes to go out. You need the clothes, even, depending on how many people in your house. And, you may need clothes to, walk around your house. Some people don't. Some people still don't. Even they got kids and they still don't. But I'm just saying, you got to go to, out to the store to get you some food, even if you're going to a restaurant or wherever you're going to get you some food, to go grocery shopping, to go to the bank, wherever you're going, you gotta go in some clothes. So, hey, you want to make sure you're feeling good. So, yeah, you need them clothes that's going to fit you so that you can feel better, about what you're doing. And it will motivate you in that way. You don't have to get tight clothes. You don't have to be tight. Okay. But you want them to be right. Not sure what happened. Oh, I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, Ruth. Hello, how you doing, Ruth? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. Hey, Kim J and everyone in the chat. It's been a very busy day for her. We got you, and that's okay. Thanks for coming in. All right, so if you all have not hit that like button yet, what you waiting on, honey? Hit that like button. Yes. Thank you, and I appreciate it. I want to be able to be pushed out to more people, grow my channel a little bit and everything. And, y'all can help me with that. I greatly appreciate it. It's not a mandate, but it is encouraged. All right. So Tracy Twan's Life says yes, because we can't be judging someone else's tree. So we're going to judge them trees now. We're going to, the tree that we talking about on the 22nd, we're going to judge that tree, that Christmas tree. But we can't judge this, right? No, we're not judging each other, right? No judgment here. It's no judgment zone over here on this channel, okay? And I'm sure all the other content creators' channels, right? Don't do it. Don't judge yourself and don't judge others. We're all in this together, and we're all on a journey that will take some time. And each person is going to learn differently at a different time, at a different pace. So give each other grace and give ourselves grace. Okay? And when we learn to give ourselves grace, it'll be so much easier to give somebody else grace. All right, so Cookie says, Kim J, Twine, Coach T, I'm going to be traveling on the 22nd and doing Christmas Eve with the family on the night of the 24th, but I should be able to join y'all on the 23rd. Awesome. Thank you, Cookie. Whenever you can join, please do so. Now, of course, family is much more important. Okay, right? We need our family, and but yes, we would love for you to come if you can. Again, 7:00 Monday and Tuesday. Next week, December 22nd and 23rd, we're going to be me, Twan, and Tamika. We're going to go live for those who may not have heard us. And I'm looking for my thing. Hold on right quick. Let me make sure I get that time right on the 24th. So the 22nd and 23rd is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the 24th, hold on, I'm getting my notes, because I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yep, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twan's channel. Okay. Tamika, the 22nd, that's going to be Christmas tree contest. Okay. 23rd will be on my channel, and that will be the ugly sweater or ugly attire, Christmas attire. It has to be Christmas attire. Christmas attire contest. And then that'll be on my channel at 7 p.m. And then on the last night, which is the third night, because it's 3 days of Christmas, that's going to be on Tracy LaTwan's Life channel. And that is going to be the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas Pajama Jam Night. Yes. And that will be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to try to go up into 12 midnight, y'all. So we can say Happy Merry Christmas to everybody, and to all a good night. Okay. So let's see. Nikki says, she's just saying hello to everybody. Y'all know I'm blind reading on the phone, and that's okay. We got you. So Mia says, I fit in that peace sweater Miss Toy sent to me. Oh, awesome. Great, great, great. I'm happy. Yes, Miss Toy, y'all. For those who may not know, she decided to do a clothing giveaway. On the clothes that she could not fit anymore, that does not serve her anymore, right? Best. Some of the bigger clothes that she could not wear. She wanted to give some clothes away, and so she had a live one night. I'm sorry, one day, and she, was asking in the chat because she was saying she was going to do it a different time, but then she was asking in the chat, hey, who wears a size this? Who wears a size that? And honey, she was giving them clothes away. People was like, me. It got to the point where people was like, it ain't, no, that's mine, honey, that's mine. She had some nice clothes to give away. Yes, some nice clothes to give away. And she blessed some people with it that was on the live. And I know, Mia, you said you can wear what you received from her, and that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. As well as I know Low Carb Queen talked about her, getting some items from Miss Toy, the review. Is it 1839? I think it is. Yep. I remember that from the squat challenge. But yes, and she did a high knees challenge as well. So yeah, I'm so happy for y'all that it worked out for y'all. All right. So Cookie says, Nikki, I know the feeling. All right. Mia says, I'm about to change this pic. Okay. So Lewis is saying, hey to everyone. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to let you all know what she says. You'll notice it. You'll notice. Okay, so she said already, and I'm going to just read it again. Hi, Kimmy. Sneaking in quickly to let all of you know that I see you. I see the changes, the growth, and the confidence this family is, the GLP-1 family, is stepping into by truly owning their journey toward becoming the best version of themselves. You'll notice it in how you walk, fierce and assured. Again, fierce and assured. That's how y'all supposed to be walking. Strut that stuff, honey. Yes, strut it. Strut it, honey. All right. In how you dress. Confident, a little sexy, unapologetically you. I'm going to say it again. Confident, a little sexy, and unapologetically you. That's how you want to dress. Once you start, losing that weight, yes. Even if even for some reason, like I said, that weight stalls. Just confidently, a little sexy. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can be sexy. Mm-hmm. At any weight. Yes. All right. And then unapologetically, y'all. Yes. All right. So in how you nourish your body, that's another one. High protein, plenty of water. Okay. Making sure you get some fiber in as well. High fiber there, y'all. Okay. To make sure y'all can move smoothly in that bathroom. And then also she says, in the joy, dancing, living, and showing up fully. Yes. You want to dance. And that's a movement too, y'all. Mm-hmm. But be excited, and dancing brings joy. Even if you can't dance, honey, you in your own house. Nobody cares how you dancing. So get that music on or get that music in your head, honey, and get the moving. Get the moving, honey. Stretch your stuff. Yes. Living better. Mm-hmm. Living happier. And then showing up fully for you. Okay? Because I know some people, when they start their weight loss journey or their better health journey, they thought about, how we say, we're trying to figure out our why. Okay? So that we can keep going, even when the scale is not scaling. Well, I know a lot of people did say, I did it for my child. So I can see them grow up. And I want to, pass before, I should because, because I'm not healthy. Okay? Because of course, unhealthy can bring about, where it can stop you from being able to live life to its fullest, or it may make you unalive, right? A little earlier than you would have liked. So with that being said, you want to make sure that, again, that you're dancing, you're living, you're showing up fully for yourselves. So I did notice that people, as time progressed, they change their why. And it's okay to change your why, right? You change it from, doing this for this person and this reason and that reason to doing it for yourself. I'm doing this thing for me to make me better. Okay, to make me be able to walk better, be able to talk better, to have confidence in myself. And that's what we're talking about too when we're talking about looking in that mirror. You want to find the confidence. You want to find and build upon the confidence that you do have. Okay, so that's why you want to look in that mirror, and you want to spend that 1 to 3 minutes like Darian has stated he's going to start doing. Okay, so that you can do all these things that Miss LL Lewis is talking about here. And then she says, wishing each of you a wonderful, peaceful, and safe holiday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, L. Lewis. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. And I wish you the best yourself. Happy holidays to you, sweetheart. Talk to you later. All right, so Miss Nikki says, Mia, I wish I knew you needed a knee scooter. I would have sent you mine that's collecting dust right now. That's nice of you, Miss Nikki. All right, Kendi K says, happy holidays to everyone. She's already been in the chat talking, but she just want to let you all know, especially for those who may have come in after her. All right, Felicia says, OMG. Hey, L. Lewis, I haven't seen you in a minute. She is working, honey. She has to work. She go to work. Yes. So she just wanted to peek her head in. She has been looking at, some people's, channels and everything. But she has not been able to be in the lives as much because of her, how her work, schedule is and everything. So yeah. All right. So Mia says, oh wow, my insurance pays to rent one, but after 3 times, I should own it by now. I get you. I understand, Mia. So that's sweet of you, though, Miss Nikki, for even offering that. Happy holidays, Kendi K from Felicia. Happy holidays, Kendi K from Beautiful I'm Colored. That's Evelyn. Bossway says, happy holidays, Kendi K. You know Bossway, that's Hajareen. That's your girl. All right, Felicia says, I'm guilty of not wearing my true size of clothing. Yes, you are, Pookie Pie. She know I always bother her about that. Honey, listen. When you go into Target or Walmart or Ross and, go and get you a little something smaller, you can do it now. Yes, you in there. You probably in a large and don't even realize it. Even if it's a large at, say, like Lane Bryant, like an extra large or a large in Lane Bryant. Hey, start somewhere. You can do it, boo. You got it. You got this. All right. Yes, fruits of my labor. You talking about that too, honey. Yes, that peach need to look nice and plump. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Cookie. Hey, Cookie, between Cookie and Grace, honey, y'all have me cracking up. All right, so Mia says, I changed my profile pic to show the sweater. I am going to get a coat this weekend and look. Okay, Gabe's, she going to look at Gabe's or Kohl's is her go-to, or where she's going to go to. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So Darian says, Grace, realizing that my body knows better than my mind. I can be consistent with all I know, but my body will do what it wants to. And that's so true. That's fine with me. All right. And see, when you can get to that point, that mindset has shifted. That mindset has shifted. And we still may, even for those who mindset has shifted to mostly positive things. Like I said, we still have negative, feelings that may try to come up. But guess what? We're going to debunk those things too. Just like we debunking this diet culture, we debunking those negative feelings, okay? Because a lot of those feelings that we're having, it stemmed from the diet culture that we learned all our lives. It stemmed from it. Truth be told. And then also, the devil wants us to think that we're not doing good enough, that we're not enough. He wants to put fear in our minds, right? The battlefield is in the mind first. Okay. And then after it gets in the mind, if it can, overcome that mind, overtake that mind, then it gets in our heart. Honey, in the mouth, and honey, we start speaking things. And the Bible says, speak things as though they, they are, even though they may not be at the moment. You will still want to speak things into existence. In other words, okay, speak things that are not as though they were. That's scripture. So, with that being said, you want to make sure you're speaking positive things in your life, which is another scripture in the Bible in Philippians. Speaking positive, true things. We've talked about that before on here. We want to make sure that our mind is conducive of positive thinking and not stinking thinking. Okay? Not the stinking diet culture thinking, y'all. All right. Thank you for that, Darium. Again. All right. So Nikki says, yes, those rental fees are ridiculous. Okay. It was cheaper to buy. So that's what I did. Okay. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Color is laughing at Cookie. She's a hoot. All right. So Darium says, hey, y'all. Hey, forgive me for not speaking. You okay, boo? He was, Mr. Darium was driving. And so, he couldn't speak to everybody like he normally would when he's, still. So that's okay, because we know your heart. All right. So Cookie says, Felicia Marie B, me too. I like a loose fit. And you know what? It's nothing wrong with a loose fit. A little loose is fine. But you don't want to be, you looking like, I'm trying to remember what, like, I don't know. I was trying to remember somebody I've seen a meme or somebody on TV where it's just overflowing with clothes. You can't even find them because the clothes is all in the way. Clothes everywhere. Where is the body? Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. That body is looking better than what it was at one point. You can't tell me it's not. I can't believe it. It got to be looking a lot better than what it was before, right? It's going to where you wanted this. You want it to, be smaller. So when you become smaller, if you're on a weight loss journey and you become smaller, then you have to get smaller clothes that fit you, clothes that serve you best. Like I said, when you walking outside, and then, even though you may not be needing per se somebody to tell you that you're doing a great job, sometimes, when you wear clothes that fit you a little bit better, it can be loosely fit, like I said, but you don't want to swallow you, okay, whole. You don't want it to swallow you whole. So with that being said, especially when that's the style now, to have looser fitting clothes. You don't have to have the skinny jeans, or the skinny, very skinny, or whatever they call it, ultra skinny, whatever they call it now. But you want to make sure that, you are in a size that, makes you look even better, compliment you, in other words. Okay. And so therefore people will notice you. Like it was said earlier in the chat, people going to notice you. Then you're going to get those second looks like, okay, especially the people that's trying to get a man or get a woman, or whatever, trying to, find somebody out there to, cuddle up with at night. If you don't have a husband, or a wife, a spouse, I should say spouse, them big old clothes, they can't see nothing. Not at all. And everybody is looking, at your, your outer appearance at some point. That might not be the best, that may not be the thing that you are only looking for, or the first thing that you notice. But, you want to be looking like, I don't even want to get into that. You want to look nice, you want to look nice, and you want clothes to fit you a little better. All right. So Felicia Marie B says, oh, Mia, you look good. Oh my goodness. All right. So Mia says, I was size 12 in 6th grade. I'm pretty sure always being juicy in my thighs. I like juicy thighs. Yes. Mm-hmm. My ham hocks are thick, honey. Yes. Thick in the right places. Y'all know I done told you that's how I want to be, honey. I want to be thick in the right places. I don't want to be too flabby now, but I don't mind a little, I don't mind a little jiggle, but I don't want to be all flabby, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be like that. Oh my gosh. All right. So Felicia says, yes, Cookie. Yes. Loose fit club here, over there. Not here, over there. So everybody's saying hi to Darium. Mia says, I had to put on ultra high waisted leggings to hold my fat and excess skin in, but I'm liking the shape. Okay, okay, Mia. Okay, okay. Clock it, clock it. We got you. Excuse me. Amen to that, Miss Twan says. All right, so Darren says, don't grow up to be like these folks, Mia. You got so much more potential and are the best Mia I know. Okay, okay, okay. Right, right, right. Yes, you want to make sure that you are happy for yourself, about yourself. These things that I'm talking about today, that we're talking about in this chat, honey, if it's for you and applies to you, then you're going to catch it in the spirit. Okay? You're going to catch it in the spirit. But if it's not for you, that's okay. It's okay too, you know? Hopefully something here for you tonight you will catch on to. And then Darren says, hi there, Phoebe. Hello to Nikki. Darren says, hi to Evelyn. You're doing well. I'm sorry, you're doing your thing. You're doing well too. Yes. But you're doing your thing and working out like a beast, a monster, he says. Beautiful Color says, hi, Miss Nikki. Sorry I missed you. I struggled with trying to catch everyone to say hello. And we understand that. Y'all, give us grace. For some reason, we do not see a comment. We do not see anybody come in. It's okay. We talking about grace now. Okay. It's not that we're trying to forget you, or I don't want to be bothered with you or anything. I'm trying to miss your comment, not so, or your name, you coming in or whatever. Not so much. All in love over here. All right. So appreciate you, big bro, more than you know. Evelyn says to Darian. All right, back to driving. Okay, we just driving up a storm, huh? All right, hello, Anissa. How you doing? Hi, Kim J. Hey, Kim J. And everyone in the chat. That's how you knock that out, baby. Everyone in the chat, hello. So you won't have to miss a name. All right, Miss Nikki says, no worries, Evelyn. I had to grab my glasses to catch up. All right, Felicia Marie B says, reset with Anissa. Yes, you see her in here. All right, Ruth says, I'll be in Europe. Ooh, Europe. Ooh, yes. That's a yes for the holidays on those dates. Visiting our daughter. All the best to those who will be in the Christmas contest. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. And you have a wonderful time with your daughter and your family. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. Mia says, thank you so much, Felicia. That means a lot to me. Yes. All right. Safe travels, Ruth, Mia says. All right. Twan says, hey, legs, hips, and booty. Yes. All right. Cookie says, Ruth, have a wonderful time in Europe with your daughter. Enjoy your holidays, too. I feel like the preachers. Oh, my gosh. I need a little drink. Hold on, y'all. All right. Everybody just saying hi, catching up. Ooh, Europe, have fun, Miss Nikki says. You see her? Ruth. Safe travels, Ruth, Felicia says. Preach, Evelyn says. Where my offering plate? Where my offering plate? I'm doing this for me. I know that's right. On your own journey. Yep, your own journey. Yes. Miss Nikki says, I went to Chicago in an 18, came back in a 14, honey. Okay, Nikki. We see you, girl. Yes. Wearing your size really does show off your loss. See? That's all we saying. Look, no judgment. I told y'all that. It's no judgment. These are just suggestions. If you take it, you take it. If you don't want it, don't take it. You ain't got to eat off. You ain't got to eat off all the meats. You ain't got to eat off everything, right? All right. So Felicia says this live is teaching me I need to work on my confidence and to buy new clothes. Thank you, Kim J. You're welcome, sweetheart. See, I can talk to Felicia like that. Me and her, we. But I'm still sweet to her. I'm like, go at your own pace, but, just give me a little, You know, big sister to little sister. Hey, I'm just saying. Her husband probably like, yes, Kim J, tell her. Tell her. Oh my gosh. Yes, Darian. Yes, Miss Nikki. I ain't trying to make nobody feel bad. I'm telling you right now. Y'all do what y'all need to do at your own pace. I see it all the time. All right, so Evelyn says, Felicia, I look forward to one of your upcoming dance videos in your new clothes. See? And some people just need to be, told, hey, y'all, you're looking good, boo. You're looking good. Some people are stuck in clothes because of, things that they have to look in that mirror about and kind of think about, like I said earlier, why am I holding on to the clothes? What's going on mentally with me, to see, okay, make sure it's not diet culture, and things of that nature. Um, it may be some things that need to be worked out. And you have to know how to say it out loud. You got to get to that point where you can say it out loud so that you can get your power back. Okay. Those mental things that we go through, the things that we ponder, subconsciously, in order to work through them, sometimes you have to know what they are so that you can name them, right? And so that you can get your power back so that you can move forward. You don't want to be stuck and stagnant at no time, right? We want to continue to move forward. And we have to have people that are caring. And this is a space that I'm trying to create, or that I am creating, that I'm creating. That's a safe space. Okay. So that's that. All right. And just giving you things to ponder so that you can think about, where you're at in your journey and, to level up a little bit and move forward. All right. So Mia says, Felicia has that beautiful makeup too. Don't she be looking so good? She do. She looks so pretty. All right. Evelyn says, yes, she does, Mia. All right. I'll try, Evelyn. And thank you, Mia. Felicia says. All right. Cookie says, I bought my first pair of leggings recently. I couldn't believe how small I look in them. Okay. That's fine. So, hey, you wouldn't have known unless you bought a pair, right? So now you see yourself and you can determine whether you like them or not. Okay. That's up to you. All right, so Mia says, Felicia Queen Bee, I think she has some healthy looking long hair, and is probably the most kind person I've seen on YouTube. She's a very sweet lady. Yes, Felicia Marie B is. Is that who you're talking about? I think you are. Yes. My Pookie Pie? Yes, she's very sweet. All right, Darian says, unpopular opinion, you are so much more than a person on a health journey. Find your balance. Yes, Darian, find your balance. That is so true. That's so true. I've stated that over and over again too. Find your balance. And we have to balance, for instance, like what Cookie says, okay, leggings, they're too, they make me look smaller than I would like to look. Okay, so maybe leggings is not your thing. Maybe it's just regular jeans, or it may be jeggings, or it may be the loose fit jeans. But, like I said, what I was saying is more so like, okay, do you have something that's swallowing you where you barely can walk, where it's holding you down, just like the weight, was holding you down when you were, your same size, your starting weight, things like that. You want to make sure you're looking good, whatever good means to you. Of course, it will have whatever's going to make you feel good, going to look good, and all of their things, So, but just make sure it's not a mental thing, why you're not, for instance, we're just talking about clothes. It could be anything, why you're not actually saying, or why you're keeping those clothes, and wearing those clothes versus, deciding that you want to, level size down a little bit, just like you size down in weight, you may want to size down in clothes too. But like I said, it's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. All right. So Evelyn says, I bet you were super cute in them too, Cookie. All right. Cookie says, Evelyn, I look a lot better in them than out of them. Okay. Okay, honey. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna let that go and keep on moving. All right, don't stop. Mia says, I used to tell myself how bad my legs look in leggings, but now they are smaller and with compression, it sucks in that hanging skin. I know that's right. I know that's right. I thought about the compression. I was gonna share that with someone. That you can have. You can get there. They have compression. Leggings. They have compression like tops. Like what is it called? Like tank tops. Even shirts and things like that. And that can suck you in a little bit. There's undergarments that will do that for you, so that you won't feel like, oh my goodness, this is not working for me. I got to hide this, and it's too revealing, because you're going, in a smaller size. And that's what a lot of people, they feel like it's too revealing to be in a size they really should be. And so that's why they wear the bigger clothes. But like Mia is saying here, thank you for that, Mia, that you can, get compression, and it doesn't like some like girdles, how, we wear girdles. They sometimes that's too tight, right? It's too tight. So but they're compression gear now that they suck you in, but it don't hurt your body, it don't squeeze you too tight, squeeze your organs to where you can't breathe. So yeah, thank you for that, Mia. So Evelyn says she feels the same way to Cookie. Thanks, Kim J, Mia, Cookie, Nia. I'm sorry, Nikki, Felicia, and everyone. Ruth says, "You're so welcome, sweetheart." All right, Mia says, Darian is here to speak the truth. Yes, he normally speaks the truth, unless he's playing around. Okay, Cookie says, Evelyn, they make me feel younger. Okay, who wouldn't want to feel a little younger? Yes. Maybe because they remind me of when I was young and cute. You cute now, girl. You beautiful now, honey. All right. And wore tighter clothes. It's been a minute. Okay. And sometimes you just got to get used to it again. Hello, Mighty. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing better, girl. All right. So Felicia says, my husband says, when are you going to listen to Kim J? See? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Cookie says, Money. Hello, hello. All right, Felicia says, hi, Money. All right, everybody speaking to Money. Beautiful Color says, I like the way they hold you in and up. Cookie, and you can dress them up or down. Yes, you can dress them up or down. You're right about it. You're right about it. Because when you said, you were skinny, I thought you were saying you didn't like it. You look too skinny. But you sound like you might like it. You like the way it looks now on you. Mm-hmm. And I like it for you. All right, Darren says, some folk are just plain po. These meds ain't cheap, honey. And you right about it. You right about it, honey. But, Darian, you're right. Some people are not as fortunate. Some people don't have jobs. Hey, I don't have a job. So I understand where you're coming from. Okay? I do. But I remember my mama always saying, we get what we want when we want it. We do what we want to do when we want to do it. And sometimes no matter how much somebody costs. Right? So it's, again, still up to you. But I'm just saying. All right, Felicia says that, and that's the same thing with this medication, y'all. We find a ways to get that medicine. Some people selling their cars, but giving their cars back. Some people may say, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna give your car back over some medicine?" Yep. Some people decided to. Yep. Some people using their savings to get this medicine because it's helping them reclaim their health. So it's so important to them. It's important to them to continue on this medication, even for those who have to go to, switch the compound because the insurance companies are not, covering Zepbound anymore, or weight loss drugs in general, some of them. And there's some people that say, I'm not going, I can't afford it, and I'm going to do something else. I'm going to figure out something else to do, whatever. And that's fine for those people. You have to do what you have to do. But then there's some people that say, hey, I'm going, if I got to shake a leg or two, I'm going to do that to get what I need to get so I can stay on my journey and switch to compound. Or they may say, I want to go with Eli Lilly if they're Zepbound, or Wegovy if they're, if they, on Wegovy already. They may have to go to, whatever. Tirzepatide or the generic tirzepatide, or, semaglutide or semaglutide. They may decide to do that, or like I said, get the name brand from Lilly and from Novo Nordisk, the Zepbound and the Wegovy. Whatever you got to do, like I said, you're going to do what you got to do to make sure that the job gets done. And I pray that everyone, is able to continue the medicine that may, if you want to continue it, and that your journeys, no matter what you decide to do, that it still be successful. That part, Darian, Felicia says, that part. Cookie says, Evelyn, yeah, and they're comfortable too. They are comfortable. Love me some leggings. All right, Cookie says, they didn't make me look too. Okay, gotcha. I had to self-correct as I was reading down. I actually think I look good. Okay, so correction again. I thought that's what you were trying to say, because you look skinny or whatever. I thought you didn't like it. I didn't know what you were trying to say, but that's perception. Me reading the comments without knowing for sure. But I just didn't want to say they made me look good. Girl, go on, say they make you look good. Why not? Go on, say it. That's your truth, honey. Please make sure to hit the like button. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please make sure you hit the like button. Everybody stop right now. Hit that like button if you have not already. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so Mia says, do any of you ladies have any favorite compression ultra high waist leggings suggestions? Do you have any? I don't use the compression. I haven't bought any personally, but I know somebody that has it, that's using it. Matter of fact, well, I'm not going to tell their business. I ain't going to tell their business, but yes, I have someone that I know someone personally that actually use compression leggings, and I'll get the names and let you know. And that's not just because they're trying to look better. It's because of their legs and everything. They had some injuries on their legs, and so therefore it's better to as they're walking around be compressed. It helps them so they won't have the aches and pains they were having before, the swelling or whatever. All right, so Cookie says, Darian with the new pic. Wait a minute, oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah. Okay, so Cookie likes your pic, Darian, and it is nice. Yes. All right, so Mia says, those Funka, is it Twan, did video on have got me looking hard. I love prints to cover my dents and dips, LOL. And that's fine. So I know you talking about the and I did share her leggings that she was talking about to get snatched, them ones that make you look snatched. Yeah, I shared her post on her video on my community post. Yes, they were nice. All right, but if you don't have, because they're pretty penny. Okay, so if you poll like they're talking about, then you may want something that's a little bit cheaper. And so yeah, check my IUGA, use my IUGA code, check out the IUGA website, and they got some on there that can make you snatched as well. Look snatched, appear snatched, until you get to where you want to be, where you feel like you're snatched, or that you look, outside your clothing snatched. Okay. All right. So Monty says, I like the Vico now or IUGA leggings. Okay. Weight of me. She's talking to Mia. Go for the high waist tummy control. Yes. Now I think that's one of the ones I asked my daughter for Christmas. So yeah, I can't wait to see those. Now the two that I have, I'm trying to think. One may be in high waist, the other one just mid waist or whatever. But I love my little IUGAs. And because I'm not working, I gotta, go with the low. So I get you, Darren. I get you. I get you. I feel you. I feel you. Now I ain't claiming no po. Now that's what I'm not claiming. Okay, I am rich. My father is rich, so I am rich. Okay. So with that being said, yes, Ayuga, yeah, leather leggings are very, very not good too. So y'all check out my video to get my code, or I can just tell you on here, KIM025, KIM. Don't put the J on there, y'all. KIM025. That can get you some money off, 25% off of those leggings with Ayuga. Now, I don't know about the others. I never heard of the Vico now. Go with Ayuga and use my code if you don't already have a code. All right. So the Weight Is Me says, I bought Shape LX, or is it Shapelex brand high waist shorts, but the leggings roll up and it hurts. Disappointing. Needs to be 4 inches longer in the legs. I got you. I got you. Okay, yeah. Check the IU app. That may help you. I don't know. Or like you said, Twans. If you don't have, if you like Twans leggings, was it Fanka? Check those out as well. All right. Shiny says, "Ha, hear me." I'm sorry, you hear me? I'm sorry, I wanted to ha. You hear me? Is she laughing? She said, shake a tall feather, okay? Or you trying to say tail feather? Shake that tail feather, okay? Felicia says, I'll shake a leg, thigh, arm, whip my hair back and forth. Baby, yes. For these meds. I know that's right, Felicia. Felicia said, baby, whatever it takes, honey, I will be on tirzepatide. Yes. All right. So, hello, Miss Pammy. How are you doing? Honey, I saw that video where you took out a video and put it on your video and made a video. Yes. I hope y'all are enjoying our Zumba. Me and Felicia, we've collabed together doing that Zumba challenge. Y'all go check it out if y'all have not. We have been doing a great job. We have been enjoying ourselves. Now, let me let y'all know, because, it for some reason bothers me a little bit, but it's something that we can't help. So when Felicia is doing her challenge, we're doing it at the same time on our channels. So the first night, because we're doing it twice a week, and that's the Zumba challenge, which is a challenge that we're doing the whole month of December. JC Calamity Jane and Hermione, which is Stealth Health India, they have challenged us to do Zumba. Now, many of us have done Zumba at least some point in our lives. And so loved it, enjoyed it at that time. Well, why not just do Zumba right now? That gives you a lot of cardio, okay? And cardio is very important still. I talked about it last week on my live. Cardio and strength training is important to me, at least in my opinion, right? So with that being said, if you want to get some cardio in, I know we do a lot of strength training, and things like that, but if you want to do some cardio, it's a fun way to get cardio in. But y'all check out, our channels, and we are collabing together. So to do this, as well as, so she's on day 1, it's going to be on her channel. Day 2 of that week is on our channel. And Pammy has seen our collab. And so she decided to do a short, and she actually, put one of our videos, up when she just did the challenge with us that day. So I thought that was nice. Also, she was able to get the music. So I've been, creating some music on the Suno app, and been enjoying it. I merged, since we're doing a collab together, me and Felicia, I put both our names in it. The Busy Bees for Felicia and Sweet Life Squad for me. And we've been enjoying the music. I've been getting a lot of feedback about the music, as well as, the Zumba challenge in itself. We've been doing great. But what I was going to say to y'all, I know, I guess the perfectionist in me wants us to be on the beat at the same time, moving the exact same way. But one thing that we do realize is that Felicia is turned opposite of what I'm turned. So, we're looking at the actual video that we're using for that particular day. We're looking at it in our own homes on our iPads or wherever. and then we're on stage. But she's turned opposite of me. So you're going to sometimes see us going opposite way. Okay. And it is what it is. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters, right? And that's what we're doing. We're having a great time. So yes, yes, yes. And I only say that because I saw somebody say something about, they love when we go, we're able to get the beat together. But that's why, sometimes, we are a little different. But as long as we're having fun and we getting our movement in, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Thank you for coming in, Pammy. All right, so let's see. Pammy says, I like Halera. Is that how you say it? And they are high waist and they are tight enough to be like compressions. Okay, cool. The Weight Is Me says, I found ultra high waist leggings at, is it a Gabia or something like that? Gabia for $8, and it's all in motion brand from Target. And I priced them at $30. Okay. So $30, yeah, that's a nice price. IU is a little cheaper. All right, look, I ain't get paid for this. Let me stop talking about IU, y'all. Y'all get it. All right. Love Darien Pick 2, Pammy says. Maybe the Ayuga leggings. I got a good deal from Fabletics, and those leggings were compressing. Yes. Now I do have some Fabletics shorts. I don't have any pants, but they are compressing as well. You're right. I do have that. I got that I think 4 pair Mother's Day. And actually on my Ayuga video that I did, I had the black outfit that I had on initially when I just said, hey, I'm Kim J from Kim J Sweet Healthy Life, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was one of the sets that I had gotten from Fabletics. They are nice too. All right, so Nikki says the ones with the lifted booty meal. I was like, go Twan. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. And you saw how she did that squat, baby, and showed us. She showed us better than she can tell us. Pammy says, I haven't tried those yet, Money. Sounds good. That Ayuga is cheaper. It is a little cheaper. And plus, like I said, you can use KIM025 to get a little extra 25% off. And they already have some sales already. So you can stack deals with the Ayuga. And yes, they have compression pants. They have all different types of leggings. They have shorts and they have pants. Okay. All right. Money says, I just bought the Shaper RX bodysuit. I've heard of that, Mia, with zipper and hooks to work out in next week when I go to the gym next. It is soft and not tight like my faja. Okay. I got that right there in the sign. Faja. Thank you, brother, for telling me that, because I forgot that's what that was, how to spell it. Okay. Pamela says, oh, wait, there's some what? There's some that lift the booty. The ones I showed you on Ayuga. You saw the my video. They're booty lifting. Yep. All right. So Money says, Mia, you might want to try biker shorts. Yes, biker shorts work too. Y'all remember biker shorts from back in the day? All right. Shani says, y'all have a good night. Okay, good night, Shani. I'm at my son's game. All right. Have a great one. All right. Pammy says, right. When you have a shorts video, we can hit the share or remix, and it lets you collab. So fun. Yes. All right. So Pammy says, then I have been doing the Zumba with yours in the background, and also with JC Calamity Jane. I'm having fun doing that too. I hope you like it, and it's okay with y'all too. It's okay, honey. Yep. And thank you for also, actually, letting them know who to come to so they can see our channels as well. Thank you so much for that. All right, Pamela says, I need to try on the biker shorts. I bought 2 Mia and Money. I found some that are longer. Okay, longer biker shorts. Okay. Ms. Nikki says, sorry, Pammy. Yes, a brand Twan did a video but I know Ayuga does too. Yes. All right, Money says I ordered a bunch of on Amazon, Pam. They're like $8.99. How about that? $8.99 sounds good. Wow, $8.99 is great. Yes, 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 yes. Money, do you have the link that you can drop in the chat of the $8.99 ones? Do they have pockets? You know, a girl loves a pockets, honey. Hmm. So while I'm waiting on her to say that, y'all, just want to make sure that you all checking yourselves out in that mirror, you know, soul searching in that mirror, mind, body, spirit, soul, all of that, all of the things to make sure that you are, you know, finding good things about yourself, speaking life upon yourself, speaking health upon yourself, speaking positive things, you know, making sure that your mind, you know, have positive thoughts most of the time, if not all of the time, you know, conducive of what we're doing here and trying to make sure that our health is getting better. Okay. But we need a positive mindset first to continue, or even more so, I should say, not first, but even more so to make sure that we are able to feed our souls as well, and not just, you know, feeding our physical, you know, body or whatever. We want to make sure that we're feeding our souls good things, positive things, pure things, you know, things that are of a good report. That's what we want to do. So looking in that mirror, checking yourself out every now and again, seeing what you can find that, you know, that shows you that you're doing a great job, you know, that's going to help you in the long run. That's how you can find some more non-scale victories. If you run out of them, that's how you can do it. Giving yourself grace, you know, giving yourself freedom from the diet culture. Again, can't say that enough. You know, thinking that you have to be super skinny. No, you don't. You don't have to. You want to be whatever you want to be. You know, you want to look and feel good, and you want those doctor reports, those blood work results to come back, you know, great, you know, and so we're going to strive and continue to strive to get that, to get there and to stay there. Okay. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to strive to get there and stay there. So looking in that mirror, examining yourself through and through, mind, body, spirit, that's going to help you in the long run to get where you want to be at. Okay. And it's going to give you some motivation to continue to move forward. Okay, thank you, Money. She's gonna find it for us. Right, I like side pockets too. Yes. Oh yes, side pockets. I refuse to buy anything without pockets. I know that's right, honey, because we had to put our phone in there. We got, you know, we have keys, which I don't even walk around with keys no more, like just all these keys or whatever. But yeah, we have to, you know, put our, some people put their water bottle in there and everything. Yeah. So that would be good. Thank you, Money, for that. She got a deal for y'all. Hopefully she can find it. Miss Nikki says I tried to send a link for a pair I bought. It won't go through. Oh, really? So like when you copy the link and then you just put it in the chat, like you just put the words in the chat, like copy the link itself from the URL, or like you know how you hit the share button. I'm trying to think. I think when you hit the share button, it lets you copy it, the link, and then you can go on. If you say if you do it on your phone, or even if you do it on doing it on the website. I mean, if you're on your computer or whatever or laptop, it should let you do it. It disappeared. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Like when I'm doing, let me try to see if I can do while I'm in here. Let me see what it does. So let me just go to Amazon. Hold on real quick. Let me find some leggings I had in my cart. Oh Lord, am I gonna find it? Let me see. Hold on. I got so much. Oh, here's something. Let me see. And y'all, those fleece leggings, don't sleep on them because they are good. They hold you in for Ayuga. They hold you in, as well as oh, these not available here. I'm just gonna put some. I'm gonna see if I can put something in the cart I mean, in the cart. I mean, in the chat myself. So like, let me see if I can find a share button. I know I'm gonna do it on my phone. I know I'm gonna share on my phone. I'm talking about my phone, my computer. Where is the share button, honey? I'm trying to look for the share button, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I add it to cart, what it'll do. Girl, where is this share button? Oh Lord, I don't know if y'all hit my computer. My computer about to is having a fit. It is loud. Okay, I can't even find the share button, y'all. For some reason. I'm used to doing my stuff on my phone if I share. Yeah, I can't find it right now. I don't want to have y'all sitting too long. So let me jump on back in this chat, honey. Okay, so Darian says, "Oh, only mods can post." Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, so Monty, if you can send it to me, email it me, and I can put it on my community post, and then that way they'll have it. Get or I can put it out there myself tonight. If you can find it and you can email me, then I can put it out there for them. Give us a description of the ones. Oh, yeah, or we can do that too. Thank you, Darian. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, Miss Nikki. Here's a description for the one that she was talking about. All right. Let's see. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Darian, I'm gonna help hook y'all up, help y'all out. Thank you, Darian. All right, Monty says, and the other ones, she's sharing the other ones with us too. Okay. Cool. Thank y'all so much. Look at y'all. Greatly appreciate it. So this is the first one, y'all. That's one of the ones they're talking about. All right, all right. And so while we doing this, while we waiting on the other, I don't know if the other people. Well, I think Darian may be looking for the other couple. Yes. Okay. So while we're waiting on that, I just want to shout out my brother Darian. It's Darian doing a very good job on Substack. That's the platform he's deciding to be a content creator for. Instead of having to be actually on here talking and everything, he decided to write. He's, we always say he's, one with, very a lot of wisdom, great words, know how to, put words together, make it make sense, have you thinking a lot. So he's doing very, very good. If y'all have not subscribed to him, I ask you to go and check him out. Now, don't do like y'all have been doing on this liking my live now. Y'all go subscribe to my brother, check him out. And as he posts, you may have it set to your email where it comes to your email every time he posts. You don't have to always be on Substack. But yeah, y'all check him out. So Derek, you can put your information out here as well, so they'll know how to find you. A lot of good stuff. I want to do a one time I was like I wish I could do a what you call it, a reaction to one of your articles that you put out there. Or just talk about it, not so much reaction, but just to talk about it, kind of read what you said and then just kind of talk about it in one of the lives. I thought that would be great because this is some good stuff. And I know everybody probably have not found you yet. So, yeah. So y'all, he says those the right things. How do they feel, Money? Money sound like she like him. Hey, she approved. She done gave us the information. So he's put two different ones out here. So here's one here for those who are looking for some nice leggings, and here's another one. Okay, that's another website, and that's Amazon. And Money says they are really really reasonable, $8.99. That sounds great. So Pam says those longer shorts looks good. Okay. Y'all, hey, check him out. Check him out. You see it, Mia? I know Mia. I'm assuming Mia is at work now, or on the way to work. Pam says those longer shorts looks good. I've read that, but it was worth reading again. All right, so here's Darium's website. Y'all check my brother out. Check my brother out. Okay, like this live too, but check him out. It's a treat. Mm-hmm. It's a treat, y'all. I haven't been commenting, but I definitely have been reading. Yep. He's trying to help those who maybe, feel like you're stuck in that middle, or you're moving too slow, slower than what other people are. All right. So Money says, I wore them to a boot camp all summer and in camp before it got cold. Okay. Okay. So Darian says, I also have a link in my YouTube bio. So if y'all want to go to the YouTube bio, then y'all can find it there as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully somebody here, or somebody that's on the replay will actually come over and check you out, Mr. Darian. Pammy says, glad I clicked your Substack, Darian. I thought I had subscribed, but it wasn't. Okay, so there you go. You got a new subscriber, Darian. Miss Pammy, gotcha. She's going to be there over there as well. Awesome, awesome. All right, so I think, after that, honey, let's see what Darian says. All right, so Darian says, it's for anyone on a journey to get somewhere. We get there at different times, but we can, but can we enjoy each day and live fully? Yes, we get there at different times, but can we enjoy each day and live fully? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Darian. All right, Monty says, and I was very self-conscious of my apron belly before my surgery. They really made it look better. Okay, so she looked snatched, honey. She was looking snatched before she got snatched. Now she can snatch for real. Look, wait all that the swelling go down, because you still got it takes time to go all the way down. Yep, your outside heal a little faster than the inside. But you wait, honey. Yes, yes, yes. So Darren says, congrats, Monty. And Pammy says, the pictures Darren used for each post looks so neat. You guys get great images from AI. I got you. All right. Cookie says, good for you, Money. Yes. All right, y'all. So all hearts and minds are clear. Mm-hmm. Hope so. And if they are, then we're going to end the night. Merry Christmas to you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's another look. Yes, AI offers so many pick options to go with the articles. Yes. And my brother is using the right type of, research when he needs to. He's learned a lot, just in life in general. But he is, he does, I'm sure. Look, I don't talk to him on a personal note, but I'm just saying, the way he talks and everything, you can tell that he does his research. And he's looking at the right things to get, to the conclusions that he has. He gives, that he has to give us the information that he's given us. Good night, y'all. Money says, good night, sweetheart. All right, Pam says, wait, when are you doing Zumba again? So nighty night, Darian. Hold on, Pam. All right, so Pam, we're going to let me see. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn Chat GPT. Gotcha. All right, so Pammy, we're gonna do Zumba twice a week. So we're gonna be putting out one. Look out for it. We're doing videos right now only. We haven't decided to do a live yet, but I'm not sure we're gonna do it. We have one more week? Is it one more week? We have this week, and let's see. Hold on. Let me look at the calendar. Well, we got 2 weeks. Okay. So not sure if we're going to do a live at all, but I have to talk to my counterpart about that. At one point we did think about doing it, but we decided to do videos right now. But we'll see if we can do a live. If we can't, then that's fine too. We will have the videos, or maybe do a premiere with you so we can talk and chat in the chat with you. We'll see. Stay tuned. But stay tuned. I want to say it enough for camera. But I know we're gonna have one that's gonna come out tomorrow, and then the other one I'm not sure when it'll come out. Either probably Friday or Saturday. The second one for this week, Pammy. All right. Okay, clear. Okay, all minds are clear. And good night. Good night, sweet babe. Look, Pookie Pie, sweetheart. All right, Pam says good night, lovely friends. All right, night, night. Vanessa says good night. Good night, Miss Nikki. Cookie, good night. She said, and to all a good night. Yes. All right, good night, everyone. Miss Linda, good night. Thank you, Kim J. You're so welcome, Pammy. You're so welcome. And thank you again for sharing us to, the people that you know, excuse me, on YouTube. All right, y'all. Our hearts and minds are clear. So we'll see you later. Peace. And I may come on again this week. We shall see. Yep. All right. Y'all be blessed.